Hi, this is Carol Bow, and this is our week 2 initial post. For this post, we're to consider three things. First, what did we consider most critical in online course design? Number two, what did we find most surprising in our readings this week? And the third thing, what was one question that we felt like didn't get answered or still had after the reading? So the first thing, what did I find most critical in online course design? And I would have to say that I find the syllabus to be the most critical element of online course design. I like the Rob Kelly article where he compared the syllabus to the roadmap for an online course. I think that without a good, well-written, clear syllabus with good instructions, the course is probably destined to flounder from the beginning. I think for the student, it helps to have good communication or creates good communication between the teacher and the student, which will help to alleviate misunderstanding and also to help alleviate any anxiety that the student might have about the teacher's expectations and what's expected in the course and also the workload that's involved. I think also, like we talked about last week with flexibility, that seeing what's on that road of the course or what's coming down the road helps the student with planning, whether it's to plan with other courses or with their social life or personal life or work life. That helps them to know what's coming, and I think that that helps also make them a better student. I also think that by knowing what's coming in a course, by seeing the syllabus, the student has an opportunity to see what the teacher is trying to do, to see the way that the course objectives are being met, and also to understand the concepts as they're being built. So they can see how from week 1 to week 7 or week 12, however long the course is, the way the concepts build. And I think that really promotes learning for the student. Additionally, I think if you're in a course like a graduate course where we have a capstone project, it gives the student longer to think about that project, to gather information, to get ideas, and also even an undergraduate, if they're going to do a term paper, it gives them longer to sort of look around and consider what they're going to do. It's really hard to come up with an in-depth project in a very short period of time. So I think the quality of work also could be better by knowing what's on the syllabus and what's expected from the very beginning. And so I think the syllabus is key. As far as the teacher is concerned, I think that those are a lot of the same benefits for the teacher. But additionally, I think if the teacher lays out those course objectives, the syllabus helps the teacher to stay on track with those course objectives. And I think that with an online course where there's less face-to-face time, I imagine I know from a student's perspective, the time goes very quickly, and it may be the same from the teacher. So it would help the teacher to stay on track with the objectives and not let the time get away, so to speak. I also think with an online course, with so much information on the internet, that you could get off on a tangent fairly quickly. And so I think that by having those course objectives and the weekly assignments and lessons laid out and those concepts laid out each week, that would keep the teacher on track as well. Now, I will say that I thought that Las Positas had put in an interesting note in their document where they said that the teacher can use additional links to enrich the syllabus with remediation or additional information. And I think that's a real plus of online in this case. And again, you're still using the syllabus, but you're not deviating from what you planned to do for the course, so that then if the student, say, wants to transfer, as was mentioned in I think the same document, the student has met the objectives, and so the next institution can look and say, okay, this is what you did, and we can count on your having done that. So I think the syllabus really would be critical in designing a good online course. The thing that was most surprising to me was the true technical aspect of online teaching. And the thing that really was scary to me or gave me pause was in the Las Positas document where it talked about equipping your students, giving them downloads for, say, Java and Flash Player. And those are things that I find a little difficult to do for myself. I can't, I don't even know how I would share those, frankly. And so I think that that was scary to me. I wasn't sure how I would do that. And then when I was reading some of the links in that document, and it talked about having a plan for what you would do if your students were, for instance, in the middle of taking a test, that also was very surprising because I hadn't thought about having a policy, a technical policy. And so I want to read to you what they had used as the policy. They said, note to faculty, have a policy for when students claim that they were midway through an exam when they had a technical glitch that prevented them from finishing. For example, you can tell students that if you clear their attempt, they have to complete the entire exam from the beginning. You can give them the option of coming to campus to complete the exam. That was sort of eye-opening to me, honestly, because I hadn't considered, well, what do you do? And you would have to know how to clear the exam. You would have to be versed on being the administrator. And so it really made me think, how would I do that? And how do I know how to do that? And where will I be taught how to do that? And so that that leads me to what my question for the week is, will we be taught that at some point? And do you spend as much time being a teacher as a webmaster, so to speak, or do you spend more time teaching as an online teacher? And so that would be my question. I'll be anxious to hear what you all have to say too. Thanks. Bye.